Greetings, community. It's Kevin of NCBD Comics, and I'm here to bring you another edition of Kevin's most anticipated reads for New Comic Book Day, 5/10/23. And we're here again. I appreciate you being here. Now, if you're here watching me now, hey, you have no idea how much I appreciate you. And if you're catching on the rewind, happy New Comic Book Day with you. Christina Las Cruces. Hope you guys doing well. Now, my list today is, well, it's not huge. It is, however, growing kind of increasingly smaller, which is kind of nice for me. The reads have been also increasingly, well, I'll let you be the judge. They seemingly, for myself, have been getting better and better. So let's start it off with, hey, Dark Horse has been giving us some good books. And Clear, issue number 3, finalizes this mini issue series that has just been very unique. And it's telling of it kind of like half detective, half conspiracy theory style storytelling in the vein of in the future, almost not necessarily devoid of any feelings, but it's feelings that don't play a whole part in a whole lot of life. You know what I'm saying? And also the fact that the way people are being exploited and utilized and used and how they're perceiving reality is just so unique and utterly scary because it almost seems plausible. That Clear issue number 3 is going to be very unique in the way it's all going to wrap all this stuff. As far as the story that I've been reading out there, stands truly on its own. Now, that being stated, we're going to cruise out from the Dark Horse side, and we're going to go ahead and mosey over to the Marvel side. And starting off with Marvel's list for me is Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 25. Now, this is going to be, I believe, a slightly expanded edition of the book. But nonetheless, it's been something that I've been anticipating for a while. Why? Every issue's been fun. I've been enjoying this series. For the past 2 years, this thing has been awesome. So that's why Amazing Spider-Man issue number 25 is pretty high on my most anticipated reads. But we're going to move out from that. We're going to cruise over to the Venom side, and we're going to talk about Extreme Venomverse issue number 1. This is an anthology, I gotta slow down, story of Venom that is, especially for what I'm about to say, it's an alternative reality Venom version story. And it's going to be a small mini series of such. So I'm looking forward to this because, hey, I'm all about the what ifs. You know, they're fun. Thank you, Christina. Appreciate you. Look at you. So, hey, we're going to cruise over from the talking about the Venom side. We're going to talk about, a little bit of the Ghost Rider side. Ghost Rider issue number 14. Ghost Rider has been probably one of my most enjoyable reads as far as on a consistent level since it's come out in this new series. I love it. The writer, Percy, is doing a magnificent job. And coupled with the way the art has been depicted in this whole story, it's just been the way I like to read a true vintage, in the sense of my opinion, storytelling of Ghost Rider. This is how I remember reading Ghost Rider. The way the story is being told. Ghost Rider is not being told in some repetitive manner, don't get me wrong, but as far as enjoying the series, as far as what I remember as a good story from the Ghost Rider writers, this is perfect. I'm digging it. I can't get enough. This has probably, like I said, been one of my most enjoyable and consistent series out of Marvel. So that's why it's pretty high on my most anticipated reads, which is, like I said, Ghost Rider issue number 14. We're going to move out from Ghost Rider. We're going to talk about Spider-Gwen, Shadow Clones, issue number 3. Now, this is a 3 of a 5-issue miniseries that has been very fun. I mean, there's nothing too serious about this, and the fact that all these clones are clones of the Sinister Six. Well, maybe it'll be 6 issues. I doubt it. I think it's 5 issues. Is really fun. There's nothing there that's going to be ever substantial in the sense of how it's going to affect the Marvel universe, or maybe even you. But at the same point, it's probably one of the most lighthearted and fun and enjoyable series that I've been reading so far, because there's nothing there that's too involving, no spec, no nothing. It's just fun. That's why Spider-Gwen Shadow Clones issue number 3 is pretty high on my most anticipated reads. Moving out from the Marvel side, cruising over the Dynamite Entertainment side, we're going to talk about Disney's villains. Scar, issue number 2. I was hoping for a series that would reflect villains in a way that we never get to see inside of the cartoons that we watch. These classic villains, these classic cartoons don't really get in depth with a lot of times with the villains as much as obviously with the main characters. So the fact that these series came out and Dynamite decided to go ahead and take on these series has been thoroughly enjoyable for me, for the fact that I like to get a little bit I want to know more about these villains. Why? Villains are fun to learn about. Seriously, learning about the other side and playing the part of the normal fable tales, that's awesome. As far as an audience member or a reader, it's great. But the reality is that's not what really makes the stories. It's the villains. I'm just saying. So the fact that Dynamite's doing this and these stories are coming out is cool. But Disney villain Scar in particular for me, well, it's been really enjoyable because, well, I like the Lion King story, and Scar is a pretty hardcore freaking villain. So it's been that first issue was pretty gnarly. So I'm looking forward to issue number 2. However, what we're all here to see, yes, that's correct. The Blue Light special for this week is from Image. Image has given us a finale out of something that's been a very unique story. It's been tugging on my heartstrings every time I pick up the book, which is Junkyard Joe, issue number 6. Damn, man. It was one thing to be introduced to this character from the Geiger story. It was another thing to being so involved with this character that you didn't want to see this character go, let alone the series. Now, it's been a couple of months since the series has been out, meaning this is the last issue to it, but it's been a little bit since the story has been told. Nonetheless, the impression has been seared into my mind. I won't forget this series, let alone how I feel about the character. And overall, I think that's one of the things that we all enjoy about reading the books that we do, is we know that in some way, some shape, some form, they leave some impression on us. And for me, well, Junkyard Joe is leave a hell of an impression on me. So, hey, that's what I'm saying is my Blue Light special is Junkyard Joe. Issue number 6, coming out 5/10/2023. And that's it for me, Entropy. Thank you.